The JRPG genre has been home to many brilliant titles, and yes, most of them come from the granddaddy Square Enix themselves. But one of the most special, most enjoyable ones had to be Bravely Default, the game that came out on 3DS all the way back 12 years ago. This beautifully designed, engaging JRPG was definitely one of the best games on the systems. Sequels have come and gone, but the original was always my favourite. So we're quite surprised that the game has actually been remastered for the Switch 2 launch. So after all these years, does it still hold up? Let's find out. So the story of Bravely Default goes like this and follows the journey of four heroes working to restore the faded crystals of their world, Lux and Dark. So far, very traditional JRPG, and that's the point, honestly, and it works very well. The characters, for the most part, are very likable, the villains have depth, and the tale is very serviceable. As for the biggest selling point of the game, it's its combat system, which is actually in the title, the Brave and the Default system. In Bravely Default HD Remaster, you can default, which means defend, store up attacks, which you then can use, which is called Brave, in future turns. The Brave action allows you to cash in on those charges to attack up to 4 times in a row. There's a lot of engaging risk versus reward to this mechanic and makes some battles feel like a bit of a puzzle. Add in the job classes and abilities, and there's a lot of depth to the game's combat. Let's talk about some of the new additions to the game. As the title suggests, the main one would be a HD remake gloss of paint, and you know what? For the most part, it looks really nice. The backgrounds really do lend themselves to the HD treatment, but the biggest issues is the characters themselves. They're not the most expressive models, and the HD treatment shows it. For the 3DS, they looked fine, but now on the big 4K TV screen, not so much. The game's resolution looks fine, and the frame rate looks like it's at 60 FPS, which is very impressive. There's a few quality of life stuff included here, like a heal all option, changing the street pass stuff to the random spirits of NPCs popping up in towns to help you out. Plus, there's also a couple of new Switch 2 exclusive minigames that uses the Joy-Con. Uh, you have Lux and Cheer Rhythm Catch, great name, which sees you moving your Joy-Cons around in time to the ribbon, and the other is Ring a Bell's Panic Cruise, which sees you steer airships through rings, and both the minigames, alas, feel rather forgettable and have the feel of we just put them in for the sakes of it. They're harmless but a one and done sort of thing. We also have the ability to set the encounter rate to 0, but you have to unlock that, which is rather odd. Anyway, conclusion time now, and Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster may be a mouthful, but it's a great way to play a beloved 3DS classic. And whilst it may not be the title to show off your fancy new console, it's a great JRPG with brilliant mechanics and a glorious soundtrack. Whilst the new additions don't really add much and the HD coat of paint may show some of the game's graphical flaws, it's well worth the time, especially as it's one of the cheapest Switch 2 titles about. And it's definitely well worth a go if you've even already played the game. It's a wonderful return. So with that, I'm giving Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster an 8 out of 10 with the title of great. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be totally awesome. And as always, till next time, bye.